Jeremiah 3. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he is a very jealous El. He is so jealous that he doesn't want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And the letter J is about 600 years old, while Yehoshua, the son of Elohim, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And Yehoshua, when directly translated from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. And Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, same thing. Yod-He, Vod-He. I just say Yah. Annals is Chronicles. Jeremiah 3. Elohim said, if a man puts away his wife and she goes from him and becomes another man's, does he return to her again? Would not that land be made greatly unclean? But you have committed whoring with many lovers. And would you return to me, declares Yah? Lift up your eyes to the bare heights and see, where have you not lain with men besides the ways you have sat for them like an Arabian, Arab with a line underneath of it, Ian, in the wilderness? And you made the land unclean with your whorings and your evil. Therefore the showers have been withheld, and there has been no later rain, Latter, rain. You have had a whore's forehead. You refuse to be ashamed. Shall you not from now on cry to me, my Father? You are the guide of my mouth? That's a question. Does one bear a grudge forever? Does one keep it to the end? See, you have spoken and done the evils that you could. And YahWeh said to me in the days of Yehoshua the sovereign, have you seen what backsliding Israel has done? She has gone up on every high mountain and under every green tree, and there committed whoring. And after she had done all these, she said, return to me. But she did not return. And I said, return to me, but she did not return. And her treacherous sister Yehuda saw it. And I saw that for all the causes for which backsliding Israel had committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a certificate of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Yehuda did not fear, but went and committed whoring too. And it came to be through her forgiveness whoring that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and wood. And yet for all this her treacherous sister Yehuda has not turned to me with all her heart, but falsely, declares YahWeh. And YahWeh said to me, backsliding Israel has shown herself more righteous than treacherous Yehuda. Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return, O backsliding Israel, declares YahWeh. I shall not look on you in displeasure, for I am lovingly committed, declares YahWeh, and I do not bear a grudge forever. Only acknowledge your crookedness, because you have transgressed against YahWeh your Elohim, and have scattered your ways to strangers under every green tree, and you have not obeyed my voice, declares YahWeh. Return, O backsliding children, declares YahWeh, for I shall rule over you, and shall take you, one from a city and two from a clan, and shall bring you to Sion, Sion, and I shall give you shepherds according to my heart, and they shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And it shall be when you have increased and shall be fruitful in the land in those days, declares Yahweh, that they no longer say, the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, neither would it come to heart, nor would they remember it, nor would they visit it, nor would it be made again. At that time Jerusalem shall be called the throne of Yahweh, and all the nations shall be gathered to it, to the name of Yahweh, to Jerusalem, and no longer walk after the stubbornness of their evil heart. In those days the house of Yehudah shall go to the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north, to the land that I have given as an inheritance to your fathers. But I said, how would I put you among the children, and give you a pleasant land, a splendid inheritance of the hosts of nations? How but I said, how would I put you among the children, and give you a pleasant land, a splendid inheritance in the hosts of nations? And I said, call me my father, and do not turn away from me. But indeed, as a wife betrays her husband, so have you betrayed me, O house of Israel, declares Yahweh. A voice was heard on the bare heights, weeping supplications of the children of Israel, because they have perverted their way. They have forgotten Yahweh their Elohim. Return, O backsliding children. I shall make your backslidings cease. See, we have come to you, for you are Yahweh our Elohim. Truly, delusion comes from the high hills, the noisy throng on the mountains. Truly, in Yahweh our Elohim is the deliverance of Israel. For shame has devoured the labor of our fathers from our youth, their flocks and their herds, their sons and their daughters. We shall lie down in our shame, while our reproach covers us, for we have sinned against Yahweh our Elohim. We and our fathers for our youth even to this day, and have not obeyed the voice of Yahweh our Elohim.